Hi, I'm John Dodakis, and this is your 2-minute writing tidbit. Today we're going to talk about planning versus seat of the pantsing. Now, planning obviously means that you may be the kind of writer who sits down and doesn't really write your story until you've had a chance to plot it out and think it through. Or if you're a seat of the pantser, you may be the kind of writer who just sits at the computer and lets it rip and see what shows up. And both of those approaches to writing are valid. Now, I tend to be a planner because I like to be the kind of person who knows what I'm going to write before I sit down to write. Because I feel that seat of the pants writing is sort of like spinning my wheels. And I felt that way until I started writing my fourth novel, Bullet in the Chamber. And in this particular story, I got about halfway through writing the first draft, and then I hit the wall. I knew how the story was going to end. I knew who the bad guy was, but I didn't know how to get from point B to point D. And so I procrastinated and put it off, but that's part of the process, but you can only do that for so long before you are goaded to get back to the computer and start writing again. And so I would sit down at the computer, I would open a chapter, and I wouldn't know how it was going to end, but I just started writing. And the act of writing, as I mentioned earlier, stirs up your subconscious. And things show up, they come onto the page, and it works itself out. And that's the way I wrote the entire rest of the story, including up to the last paragraph. I had 3 ways that I could have ended the story, and I didn't make a final decision until I actually started writing that chapter. So I'm now a plantser, and maybe those approaches, if you combine them, will work for you. I'm John Dodakis. That's your writing tidbit. I'll see you next time.